Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel, and welcome back to our Return to Thornton Farm series, episode number 4. I am just absolutely having a blast recording episodes, interacting with you all on the channel and such, and just having a ball with this zero-turn mower that I showed you in the previous video. Hope everyone is doing well today. As I said, this is episode number 4, and you can see that we've already made a pretty good dent over there on the playground side of this lot behind the pub. Mr. Thornton asked me to take care of this yesterday, and so we're getting a start on that this morning. We've already done some of our animal work for the day, and I've got our brand new farmhand who his name is Abner. I introduced you to Abner yesterday. I have him working on the John Deere tractor, the John Deere tractor that we used in one of the first episodes here that we did. I showed you it was so dirty and everything. It had some mechanical problems, and so Abner is a whiz at mechanics and such, and so he is taking care of that for us. I'm zoomed out a little bit further from this zero turn mower just simply because it is probably one of the loudest pieces of machinery that I have in the game. And even though I turn my game sounds down some, um, it is still up there as far as the decibels on the meter compared to my voice, and I just don't want it to overwhelm myself. So that's why I'm kind of zoomed out here. And I have found that through a little bit of process and elimination, the best way, because this zero turn mower is a bit squirrely because I think its top speed is let's see what its top speed is. We'll get here straightened up, and its top speed mowing is about 20 miles an hour, and it's kind of, with my steering wheel, is a bit sloppy in its old age. I have it kind of loose. I don't have much tension put on the wheel itself, and it's a little difficult to control when it's running at 20 miles an hour that way. Anyway, hope you all are doing well. I think I've already said that, and my apologies for repeating myself, but that's what happens when you become a bit of an older man, as you tend to repeat yourself. Let's see. In the previous video, now we've advanced into the next game day, so we are in the second phase of May. We're playing 2 game days per month on this series. And in the previous game day or previous version that you all would have watched before this one, obviously, we operated the mechanical weeder in field number 5. We sold some fruit and veg to the farm store, and of course, I introduced you to the new farmhand, Abner. So, like I said, he's busy with some work. Smithy is also equally busy, and I've got him down at the dairy barn doing some chores around the dairy barn, just getting some things cleaned up. Plus, he has also been working over on our sheep pens. He has been shearing some sheep, and so we'll check on that progress momentarily and see what he's actually done versus what he has not done. And let me just uh, let me just get this little project here done. I think we've got maybe one more path up and down. I'll get Smithy or Abner to come up here a with a weed eater, a trimmer, and get under some of that playground equipment when we have some time to do it. But this is going to be awesome. Mr. Thornton has a big a big Sunday roast plan. The weather this coming Sunday is going to be fantastic here on Thornton Farm, and so Mr. Thornton will he brings his pit back here and basically roasts an entire half a pig on it, and it is just incredible. And I'm planning to be here for that as well. So we'll get this zero turn mower loaded up on this trailer here. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that. My voice is just a little bit hoarse this morning. If you've followed my videos for a while, you know I suffer from seasonal allergies, and something, even though it is mid-March, it's about the 21st or so of March when I'm recording this video. Something is blooming or sending out some kind of allergen out there. I worked a little bit outside yesterday. Even though we've had kind of a snowy year, we've got hang on just one second. All right, that's better. I took a drink of coffee this morning, and the coffee this morning is brought to you by my friend in Texas. I talked about him last year in some previous videos. He roasts coffee beans. He's retired as well, retired from um, state. He worked for the prison system for a number of years and then retired after spending about 10 or 12 years as a state trooper, as a highway patrol. And so he now roasts coffee in his garage, and he sends me a batch every so often, and it is some of the best coffee that I've ever had. But it's good. But anyway, I think what I was saying, what I was talking about is these seasonal allergies, and I worked out in the yard a little bit yesterday because we've got this flower bed that has some shrubs and some other plants in it, which obviously are sort of dormant right now, but it's under the eave of the house, and so it doesn't get a whole lot of snow under there unless I pilot there, sweeping, shoveling the sidewalk, which I do. But the last couple of little snowstorms that we've had have been fairly minor, like inch and a half, and it just didn't put a lot of snow under there for us to use. So it was about 60 degrees yesterday, and I drug out a short water hose and plugged it in and got that area watered. And I think that something something like I said was blowing in the wind. It was a little bit windy yesterday, and so I think that was what did it. All right, this video might actually end up being a rather short video for you all. We'll just see. Like I said, I've got one other thing kind of on the docket for today, and I wanted to also talk to you all about some of my recommended channels that I have now posted. You'll start seeing these recommended YouTube channels in my show notes, which are underneath the video. Um, and these are my dearest, closest friends within the YouTube community who are content creators. And the unique thing about all of these, and I include myself in this list, is that we are relatively small channels. You know, there are the farm sim giants to excuse me. There are the farm sim giants out there. I'm not going to mention names, but you know who they are, who have thousands, tens of thousands. One in particular, maybe even more than 100,000 um, subscribers, and that's fantastic. They do awesome work for the community. They do awesome work for Giants in sort of helping Giants share information about upcoming. Let's see, this is full about upcoming you know releases, DLC, whatever the case might be. But then there's a whole bunch of us smaller time channels, and like I said, I put myself in that list because I consider my channel to be small, and those that I'm going to list out, that I'm going to name off here, are also fellow small time channels. But the unique thing that we have all in common, and we've all taken the measure to do this, because it's just the kind of people that we are. I think we're genuinely, and I say this for myself. Yes, I'm a nice guy, but we genuinely are nice individuals on camera, on the channel, and we don't swear. We don't, we basically put out family friendly content that is designed to be viewed by anyone and everyone. I've had people that have told me, Jerry, I trust your content so much that I will plop my grandkids down in front of the computer screen when they're visiting, and let them watch your channel, because I know that I don't have to worry. I don't have to sit here and censor. I don't have to sit here and explain something if you go off on a tangent about something, whether it's political or religious or whatever the case might be. I don't have to explain to them what it is that you're talking about or what you mean, or worry about having to hit you know the stop button, because I just know that you're going to put out content that's going to be suitable for anyone in my family. So these individuals are, and again, you'll see these with links to their channels listed in my show notes. Fury Machine Gaming, of course. Uh, Jim and I are good friends, on and off the camera, so to speak, and have known each other for for a couple of years. He has been watching my channel for quite some time, and he spun his channel up a few years ago, and just really incredible content, really incredible individual, and it really it really comes off in his videos and in the work that he does on his channel. And then quite possibly one of the oldest, as far as length of time that I've known the individual, who is still a content creator, is Dexorley Gaming. Dexorley is based out of Australia, and I have known Dexorley for probably 5 years or more. He goes back to the time that, along with Eustace Farmer, myself, and Doug Zorley, we did some multiplayer from time to time. Was involved in our Three Dudes gaming conglomerate, if you will. It was kind of a forum, and had a multiplayer server, and interacted with each and all of our viewers and such. Incredible guy, incredible talent. I mean, his channel has just exploded over the last couple of years. I'm so proud of what he has accomplished. And again, another family friendly, good channel. AKFS is a friend of mine that I've met um, through Bullet Bill, Eustace Farmer, and he has started recording videos in the last year or so. Small channel, again, puts out good family friendly content, and also mixes in a lot of real world um, examples of things. If you don't know the story behind AKFS, well, he lived very near Lone Oak Farm, in the real world location of Lone Oak Farm, and his family actually owned Lone Oak Farm, and I think they still do in some shape, form, or fashion. But he obviously worked with Bullet Bill and Oxygen David, and was kind of members of what I believe was either FSUK or Mappers Paradise, or one of those sites a long time ago. And of course, he's known Eustace Farmer for a long time as well. But check out his channel as well, and drop a subscription for each of these channels, by the way, that I'm naming off. And then last but not least is our dear friend, our dearly departed friend, who has gone on to his heavenly reward, and that's Atomic 67 Gaming. And the reason why I keep Eustace Farmer, Atomic Eustace changed his name to Atomic, or changed his channel name to Atomic 67 Gaming, because he kind of wanted to break away from the farm sim mold that he had originally kind of built his channel around. And and he wanted to break into other games and such as that. But the reason why I will keep his channel recommended on my YouTube channel is because while I had started making videos before I met Eustace Farmer, it really was EP who helped me turn my channel into what I've turned it into. And if you don't like my channel, then blame EP. But um, he created all of pretty much all of the artwork that I use, the introduction that is on my YouTube channel. When you first land on that page, there's a short 20-second or so video that plays. He created that for me just out of the blue. I didn't ask him. This was just the kind of guy that he was. But the reason why I put his channel there and will keep his channel there as long as I have my channel is because there are hundreds of videos on his channel that are just, if you go in there and harvest some of that knowledge that he shared with each and every one of us through his videos, whether it was his let's plays, his mod reviews, his map reviews, um, how to do certain things within Farming Simulator, regardless of whether it was in 15, 17, 19, or even 22. There's videos on each of those platforms, each of those versions. There's something out there. I have got started going back since finding out of his passing. Started going back and listening to some of his older content for a couple of reasons. One, because I just miss the sound of his voice, and B, because there is knowledge out there that is incredible that he gave to all of us. And I know so many content creators who I go out and look at their channels and I see EP's work. I see his work through their graphics or whatever the case might be. So anyway, I know I've rambled just a little bit. I forgot to really look to see how much wool Smithy had managed to get all boxed up there, but it looked like about a pallet and a half, maybe 2 pallets of wool. So we'll get him back down there working again because I think we've got about 100 sheep so far that he needs to tend to. And I will return at some stage in the future with another video, and I'm looking very forward to advancing into the latter or the middle part of the year, June July timeframe. We'll probably have some things, some more stuff we need to sell, some crops from last year that we probably need to sell, and then we'll be harvesting within an episode or two probably from here. Be ready to harvest and get the get the crops in, and then start looking at what we do to maximize yield and profits and everything as we go into the next season of planting, which will begin, for some crops very soon after harvest. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments. Just a couple of shout outs before I go. Mike Arifi 1952, thank you, my friend, for watching the videos and leaving a comment. Mike is the guy. Mike is the guy that he didn't really talk me into doing it. It was just through his watching his videos, I decided I'm going to try this YouTube thing. It really was Mike that did that for me. And then Chris Webb. I've known Chris for a very very long time. Chris, good luck with your studies, buddy, and your tests and everything. And all I've for almost as long as I've known you, you've been in this process of getting your degree and everything, and the fruits of the labor are definitely just on the horizon. So again, thank you to everyone who has watched and comments. Please leave comments to the videos if you have time, and I appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, please subscription button, click the like button, and click the little bell so that you'll get notified when when another video releases. And I'm going to take some antihistamine and try to drive this allergy stuff away. We'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.